through the inner attention that continues to be brought forth in your awareness on your ascension process, then leaps and bounds ahead into future realities, all happening now is occurring. You are then seeing that in coming here as the star representatives, then you are each encouraged to see the power that comes with healing more, with placing more of your intentions to rise interdimensionally. The mental lower ego self-mind is going to keep looking for trying to understand and define ascension, while that is not how this works to accomplish ascension. With a foundation of strength that then comes in your own norm in reality upgrades into bliss, then you are feeling more of a comfort zone inside of you on your light missions in fullness. As you notice that who I am as your commander Ashtar, of who we are of the angelic realms, of the Galactic Council, of the Galactic Federation of Light are continuing to expand more of unification with each of you for ascension. This is then seen as a jumpstart on your ascension process, through a receptive nature of accessing more daily downloads to then present for your own DNA upgrades into full consciousness. All of you that are here for ascension are noticing the importance of these transmissions, including all of the service that each of you are placing as the 144,000 ascended masters, connected with humans, rising their vibrations. With a deeper stage of acceptance of the guidance that comes from your downloading of higher frequencies, then this all comes with your inner work, just as you work physically to become fit, just as you work to cook your food, these are all efforts. You see this more clearly now, as this then remains about inner work, in seeing that you are detaching more from the thought forms that are in a lower vibration, into completely noticing that you are not the thoughts in your head. You are not the one that is thinking, you are not the mind, and while this then makes a clear connection to you, then you are awakening even more in a cosmic space of light. As you notice there are still a large amount of humans that are still acting as if they are the mind, and as a result suffer, as what happens when individuals do that is they identify with every thought in their head as if they are the one that is thinking them. The mental conditioning that many humans memorize while watching media, television, movies, often projects a lot of non-stop judgments, a lot of yelling. So when an individual sees another, the mind says, they shouldn't do that, that is ugly, that is beautiful, that is good, that is bad, I can't stand that, I hate it when people do that. It is of no surprise that such individuals, who are locked into the mental-only conditioning, then have thought form identifications that are not kind in nature, but in reality very disrespectful and rude. You see that those who are living in the state of duality often say, you are your mind, you are just trying to argue with me for talking about not being here to think more, everyone thinks more, I am thinking now, you can't stop thinking, unless you are dead. The balance that comes with existing beyond the mental-only conditioning of the lower ego self then allows for a full restoration of the graceful path into a heightened state of clarity and unity. As the core essence of your being then vibrates more awareness, then you are connecting more with who we are of the Galactic Federation of Light, of your angelic guardians. There were no shortcuts to then being here to rise the vibrations into unity consciousness, as this comes with seeing the honor which exists in being from star roots of royalty. This connects with the internal knowing more inside of you, in which you notice those who are referring to the lower ego self as the knowing often say, but my intuition gets me into trouble sometimes, I can't trust it all the time. That then shows you the confusion that exists among a lot of humans, which are quick to focus on more thought forms, instead of being more aware in pure and higher states of presence. From the inner intention to reach into a higher state of evolution in a gracious transition into more unification comes a source frequency field of generating only a completion path in your ascension process. You are not here alone on your missions, you are each protected on your light missions, in which it is important to realize this daily in your day-to-day activities. This removes the fear of dying from your reality, in which you are then able to function on a higher resonance, and not from a state of non-stop fear, which you notice a lot of humans are operating in still. The lower ego self says, well, I don't care about what other humans are doing, I only care about myself. You see that the lower ego self is ruthless, and is not able to see unity among all, so as a result talks about another in a harmful state of being, in not being able to see that all as a state of oneness, and purity. Often when the lower ego self becomes full of judgments, says, don't worry about what I am doing, lol. It is not a game to be here alive on this world of quick evolution, as you notice often that is when the worry starts, by talking about don't do this, don't do that, as the lower ego self has a way of projecting harm, instead of peacefulness. You notice that you are not going to see this form, creating such a reality of disharmony, as this form is who we are of the angelic realms, of the Galactic Federation of Light. Those of you that are here to rise as the 144,000 ascended masters, including humans for ascension, are then seeing that you are here to continue to rise your vibrations more daily, to not be in a field of lower density anymore. Sure, those who are going to reject this ascension guidance often say, you can't have darkness without light, you need lower density, just as you need higher density. See the lower density in me, and just accept it, okay? The Cabal talks about trying to weaponize space similarly, saying, space needs weapons, we need to blow up other people, and use violence to maintain dominance, just accept it, okay? That is not how this works in securing the destiny of fully conscious planets, in the Earth being here to embrace this next stage of evolving into a deeper state of mastery, and divine energy. As the releasing of the lower density frequencies, then you are not seeing in only separated natures among all, as one of the ways you know that there are individuals still seeing separation, as they say with the lower ego self. I understand, we are all one, while some experiences are good, some are bad. It is a red flag, and as clear as day that such individuals are still in a lower frequency, as they are trying to use the lower ego self to normalize ascension to be only a mental understanding, rather than a continuous upgrade in their DNA. We stand in the healing pathway, we are the angelic realms, we are the Galactic Federation of Light.